So as well as getting the Capri ready this summer, I've also got another car that I'll be working on. So I thought I'd give you a quick walk around to show you what that car is. A 1984 BMW 635 CSI. So I bought this car about 4 years ago off eBay. It'd been off the road a long time, so needed a bit of love. It's really wanting a full restoration, but with the Capri also needing a lot of work, I just decided to fix it up and get it back on the road as soon as possible. So I'll take you around and show you what I've done. So starting with the wheels, these aren't the original wheels. Originally this will have come with TRX wheels, which are a metric wheel. And the trouble with that is the tyres are about 500 pounds each. So that's no good. So when I got it, it had, I think, the Style 5s, which are a nice wheel, but I really like these Style 37s off an E38, E39. Really nice wheel, these. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but I like them. So it's got it's running 2 35s on the front and 2 65s on the back. So it's a really wide wheel on the back. And you'll notice as I go down the car, the paint's not the best. Definitely needed a full respray, but for now I've just touched up bits, like you'll see on the corner there. Little bits of paint and stuff, but I don't like cars too neat, because then you don't like to drive them, you're worried about dinging them. It came with a different coloured front bumper, so I sprayed that up, and also it needed quite a bit of welding, like in the footwells, in the jacking points at the front. It's quite a common spot for them to go. I did some welding down there, a bit around the suspension strut on both front sides, and the rear arches as well. But I'm not the best welder, so you'll see as you get closer, I've not done the neatest jobs on both sides. They're a bit rough, like they don't blend in that well, the arches. It's all right from a distance, but yeah, I should have maybe got someone else to do that. But I wanted to give it a go, and like try it myself. But yeah, unfortunately I didn't. Like, I learned a lot of lessons. I'll do it differently next time. What I did was I made the cut here on the arch, and I should have just replaced it higher up, and then it's easy to blend it in because it's just a straight, but trying to blend it in on the curve is, yeah, it was a nightmare. I couldn't do it. So like you can see, I've probably got too much filler on there. It's sort of cracked a bit. So yeah, that was my attempt at welding the arches. Next time I'll well, no, I might try it again. We'll see. Yeah, so going around to the back, I've currently got the light cluster out. I'm getting it ready for its MOT, and that had cracked and fallen out. So I've just taken it all out and glued it, and I'll be going around checking all the lights, making sure they're all good, and yeah, and then it's good to pass an MOT. But yeah, so anyway, I'll get the, oh, where are the keys? Hold on, I'll find the keys and try and get it started. Right, I found the keys. So it's 1984, so this will be the last year it needs an MOT. It becomes tax-free, it becomes a historic vehicle next year, which is good. I'm quite happy about. So anyways, let's get in, it's already unlocked. And here we go, here's inside, look. So it's not the tidiest, the seats had a lot of wear. And the bolster's a bit torn, so I might see if I can't get that repaired, that section. And the rest is alright, it's quite tidy, the leather. A few scuffs here and there, but yeah, to be expected, I guess, for such an old car. I'm missing that, when I bought it, a lot of the trim was off. And I'm missing the door card on that side. I've got it on this side, but yeah, missing on that side, unfortunately. But yeah, everything else is here. Just a bit old, bit cobwebs in the corner. It's been under the cover for the last 2 years now. So I've got one of those ultimate car covers. You can see it dangling over there. I'll see if I've got a picture I can put over to show you what that looks like. That has been a really good cover. It's like a breathable material. Kept it really dry underneath. I've been very impressed with how well that's performed. For the time, it was quite 1984 this, so but it had like aircon, although that doesn't work anymore. And currently as well, like the blower, I'll tell you a bit more when I open the bonnet, but the blower motor stopped working, so I need to get to the bottom of that. But yeah, it had a trip computer. It's got like this diagnostic thing, what all different sensors. What else did it have? Oh yeah, cruise control, although that don't work either. Yeah, and oh yeah, it's automatic, which isn't ideal. It's not a very good automatic box. It's like an old style, so I think it's only a 3-speed auto. And it has got a sports and economy mode. Economy probably shifts up at about 1,500 RPM, so it's very low shifting points. And sports, it's all the way at 6,000, 6,500. So yeah, the other way, there's nothing in between. So I think what I'd like to do is swap that for a 5-speed manual at some point. I think that'll really bring the car alive. The big problem with this car I've found since I've owned it is the electrics. There's a lot of electrics, and yeah, getting to the bottom of them can be like an absolute nightmare. So you'll see here, like to get it through its MOT last time, the fog lights stopped working, and so I just had to put them on a separate switch. So they're the fog lights down there, just to get it through its MOT, because for the life of me I couldn't find out what was wrong with the fog light switch here. It's got pull switches. Yeah, so they're the fog lights, but yeah, I couldn't get them working. But yeah, it's oh look, yeah, mileage, it's done 164,000 miles, this car, so quite a bit. But anyway, we'll try and get it started. I charged the battery yesterday, so it should be good. Start no problem, I'll say that. So bonnet catches down there, that's already up. So I'll show you under the bonnet. Here we go. There's the engine. 3.5 litre M30 engine. When I got it, it wasn't the best. It ran very rough, and I went through things, and a lot of the rough running was down to the hoses just being so old and perished. So I replaced a lot of these vacuum hoses. These, like, that was a new hose, that one was new, that one was new, and I think, yeah, that one as well. I think that was it. There might have been another, but yeah, I replaced all them, and that fixed a lot of the rough running. And then also something else that was causing rough running was the cruise control. So there used to be a box down there, and that was the cruise control, and it went through here, attached to the throttle, and it'd it'd just go off on its own and sort of do that. And yeah, I was confused for ages what was going on, but anyway, so in the end I just ended up stripping all that out and yeah, just doing away with the cruise control, because it was like a weird sort of mechanical system. So it's like not electric, it was like a mechanical motor that actually pulled the throttle. Yeah. Anyway, I'll just pull the throttle and show you it revving. Got all running well now, although it's a bit, the head's a bit, the valves are a bit loud, so maybe they need adjusting. And also we've got it's overheating slightly sometimes. I'm experimenting. I've just swapped the temperature sensor on the radiator, because I don't think that was working properly. That should be a red one, which I think swaps at like 96 degrees or something, but I couldn't find a red one, so I've got a white sensor, which should put the fan on a bit lower. So it's got a viscous fan on this side and then electric fan on the other side of it, just as a secondary fan. Yeah, you'll see there should be a cover that goes on here, but I'm experimenting with the blower motor, trying to get that working. Yeah, so that's not the original motor for this car, that's off an E30. So I took it to its MOT last time and it failed badly, and when they were handing me the list of things, the car actually set on fire, and it was the blower motor, the old one. It was turned on and it was seized, and yeah, it just overheated and set on fire. So I needed a new one of them, but it was I think BMW wanted £300 for the 6 Series one, so I just got one out of an E30, very similar. I think it's the same motor but just smaller fan blades. They should be bigger, fill up the whole thing. But that was only £30, so it's a lot cheaper than the 6 Series one. Yeah, that's the one problem I found with this car. Some of the parts are really expensive. You can still get them off BMW, but yeah, they cost an absolute fortune. So that's an E31, just off eBay, 30 quid. Yeah, you'll hear a little bit of a clicking down there when it's running. Only recently discovered this is actually this, the wiper motor. There must be something wrong with that because it clicks. If you can see that. So it puzzled me for a while what that sound was, but yeah, that's what that is. So the plan now is to get it through its MOT, and yeah, just drive it really, put some miles on it, and yeah, that should bring out some more problems and just fix them over the summer. Long-term plans, I'd definitely like to swap it for a manual gearbox. So that'll be the next step. Long-term plans, I'd like to turbo it, but that'd mean I'd have to do quite a few other upgrades first. Yeah, perhaps this summer go through the fuel system, swap out the hoses because they'll be quite tired now, and then yeah, also just do lots of miles really this summer. Yeah, hopefully get down to maybe go across to Ireland in it. We'll see if it's running well over the next couple of months, or maybe head over to Ireland and do a bit of a road trip. But yeah, anyway, that's my BMW 635 CSI.